Hello, 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 folks. I am Goat. Welcome back to Warframe. Hi. So I debated about, I could just do these weapons individually and just make more videos that way, make them shorter. And I'm going to do that. I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter, except for just me entering, nonsense videos. And yes, you're going to see me using Lavos because there's nothing with Lavos that buffs weapons, okay? Now, I can status proc enemies with Lavos and then use that to my advantage for the weapons, but I'm not going to do that, okay? Definitely not. So, we're going to talk about the Sporothrix first. And yes, you can see I'm using the skin Vanquer's sniper rifle skin because the Sporothrix is ugly as shit. So my Riven is quite simple. It's just status chance and magazine capacity, which, I mean, you do you with this one, okay? I specifically went for something very interesting with this build, and I wanted to see, this was a pure test. I didn't really know how this was going to work. But the big thing to this build is this, is the Nightwave released augment for the Sporothrix. So shots have a +3 punch through, and the barbs explode instantly. Barbs that strike enemies directly have a +4 meter radius with a +50% status chance. And this thing, even without the Riven, is very heavy status. Obviously, basically no crit. And the barb explosion radius is 1.7 meters. So it's not a huge AoE. But I went with it because it's viral based on the barb explosion, but it is just toxin based, if I remember correctly. Well, hold on here. Let's do this. No, it's just slash puncture and impact. Sorry. So it's just physical damage on the front end and then viral on the back, on the radial side. So I tried gas and radiation because it's something easy to mod for since these new radiation mods came out for, and I wanted to see what it would do. First of all, give me a little bit better reload time. Second of all, give me pure radiation out of the build, because there's nothing wrong with a little bit of confusion with enemies, right? As far as this goes, okay, man, you do you with this one, okay? Seriously. If you want to add another 60-60 into this and at least get half of what that status chance is, be my guest. Seriously, be my fucking guest. You can do it, okay? 100% you can do it. So, just putting it out there. So, we're just going to show what this silly son of a bitch does. Just real quick, not even going to finish the mission. We're just going to show what the silly fucking thing does, and then we'll just end the video there. But this thing fucking hits. Like, the Sporothrix used to be like a bad joke, and it was just one of the worst fucking farms in the game. As far as like some of these infested weapons, like the Path Assist is not fun to farm. It's not hard, but the mission, the Exequist mission, kind of just sucks. Fighting the TheSallaD prelate.
I'm sending life support capsules your way.
I mean, look. Once you get them primed, it's a good time. Because that gas cloud's just in there, just fucking them up. And obviously, you can see the range of this. This shit just keeps on trucking. Excuse me. Stop that. See, it's funny. I tell you guys that I tinker around with all the different, all the different kinds of elements and things like that. And especially something that has an AoE, I like to really kind of tinker around with stuff like gas. Because gas is it's a blinding damage, and it's generally kind of a good utility damage at times. But when you're putting something that's a blinding damage coupled with something like radiation, which is a confusion, and it weakens health a bit, this is actually a really, really destructive setup here.
Life support incoming.
I mean, I could go on for 20 fucking minutes with this thing, and it just sits there and kills and kills and kills and fucking kills. If my aim were better, it would be far more impressive. Now, I've been running this weapon with Wisp, and you couple this weapon with its small AoE range, and then couple that with Breach Surge, it's beautiful. It just makes you go, it's a good time. It's a real good time. So, but that's the Sporothrix. I mean, the build is simple. You don't have to have a Riven for it. The Riven obviously just helps get you more, at least my Riven helps me get more status and a little bit more mag capacity. It's nothing OP by any stretch of the imagination. But, yeah, it hits real well. So, folks, I want to thank you very much for watching, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?